Welcome to the Biotech Signal series of the MicroMolar podcast. Today is Monday, June 22nd, 2026.
Let's get into it.
AbbVie is acquiring Apogee for $10.9 billion to strengthen its immunology franchise and gain a late-stage eczema asset that could compete with Dupixent and other blockbuster therapies. The reinforces AbbVie's strategy of defending its leadership in inflammation as Humira revenues continue to fade.
Merck's anti-TL1A antibody, inherited through its $10.8 billion acquisition of Prometheus, delivered its first Phase 3 victory in inflammatory bowel disease. The success validates one of the industry's biggest recent buyouts and positions Merck to compete aggressively in the growing inflammation market.
Definium reported what executives described as best-ever Phase 3 data for its LSD-derived depression therapy. The results could mark a major milestone for psychedelic medicine and potentially establish a new benchmark for treatment-resistant depression.
RegenX Bio plans to resubmit its Hunter syndrome gene therapy after another shift in FDA policy toward rare diseases. The increasingly flexible regulatory environment is giving several gene therapy developers renewed optimism after years of setbacks.
In Silico Medicine signed an AI-driven drug discovery partnership with SK Biopharm worth up to $2.5 billion. The heavily milestone-based deal underscores continued confidence that artificial intelligence can meaningfully accelerate pharmaceutical R&D.
Eli Lilly partnered with BioArctic in a deal worth up to $800 million to access brain delivery technology. The agreement highlights growing industry efforts to solve one of neuroscience's toughest challenges: getting drugs across the blood-brain barrier.
Sanofi replaced its head of R&D as CEO Paul Hudson continues efforts to revitalize the company's pipeline. An executive from AI-focused Biotech Zera will step into the role, signaling a fresh direction for Sanofi's research organization.
BioNira emerged with $165 million and 3 immunology and inflammation assets, backed by Sofinova and former Sanofi R&D leadership. The launch reflects continued investor appetite for next-generation autoimmune therapies, despite an increasingly competitive landscape.
Treasury officials are actively evaluating ways to screen U.S. investments flowing into Chinese biotech. The effort could reshape cross-border financing and deepen geopolitical tensions surrounding life sciences innovation.
Lilly, Antengene, and In Silico announced new partnerships, highlighting that deal-making momentum remains strong despite market volatility. Strategic collaborations continue to serve as a major engine of growth across the industry.
WuXi Biologics pushed back completion of its Massachusetts manufacturing facility after redesign efforts altered the project timeline. The delay comes as the company faces broader geopolitical and regulatory pressures.
MapLight plans to meet with the FDA about the future of its autism drug despite disappointing Phase 2 data. Management hopes regulatory discussions may reveal a path forward even after the mid-stage setback.
NeuroBio raised $73.8 million to advance SARM1 inhibitors aimed at treating neurodegenerative diseases. The financing reflects growing interest in novel mechanisms for disorders that have historically proven difficult to treat.
Merck and AstraZeneca continue reshaping the upper ranks of pharmaceutical R&D through ambitious pipelines. Although both companies still face significant execution risks, their programs are increasingly defining the industry's innovation landscape.
Those are all the signals for today. Thanks for tuning into the MicroMolar podcast.
See you next time.